Taper your way to thousands. I'm Stylist John. I'm a cosmetologist, barber, loctician, braider, natural hairstylist. I love to teach and educate, and I'm going to teach you how to taper hair. Okay. This is a course I created called Taper Your Way to Thousands, and I'm going to teach you how to do a low taper, a mid taper, and a high taper. Okay. I'm going to use this mannequin head. All right. So, first step is the tools we're going to use. All right. I'm going to use 4 guards. I'm going to use the 1/16. I'm going to use the 1/8. I'm going to use the 3/16, and I'm going to use the 1/4. Okay, the 0.5, the 1, the 1.5, and the 2. Okay, and I'm using it on a wall master fader. You can use any clipper that has a fade lever. Okay, this fade lever goes up, this fade lever goes down. What I like about this particular blade is, or this particular tool is, it is good for ball fading hair, and it's good for fading. This blade on the front, this blade right here, it is a regular fade blade. Okay, this comes standard. This comes standard with the wall. You can get modified blades put on here that are different teeth lengths, but I like this particular teeth length because it allows me to make a ball fade pretty quickly. Okay, and when you're fading, you definitely want to make sure that you have clean workspaces. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna start my fade, a low fade, by using 1 finger length. Take your finger like this and put it right here by the ear. And this is the space that you're going to work in for a low taper. Okay? A low taper right here like this. A mid taper is 2 finger spaces. And a high taper is 3 finger spaces. Okay? That's how you can always gauge your low, medium, and high taper lengths. Okay? So I'm going to start off with using my 2.5. I'm going to fade down. And the reason why I'm going to fade down is it's going to be easier for me to work with straighter hair by fading down. So I'm going to grab me a taper comb. This is called a taper comb, okay? The reason why it's called a taper comb is because you can actually use this comb to taper with no guards, okay? The links on the comb from the short end to the big end are guard links, okay? This is an all-purpose comb. The all-purpose comb has small teeth and wide teeth. This is good for sectioning the hair and also combing down the hair so you can see the hair as it lays, because what we're doing when we're tapering, we are looking for a gradient. A gradient is the shade of the cut. Okay. So I'm starting with my all-purpose comb. I'm gonna hold it down, and I'm gonna close the blade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop out this section right here, okay? See how it's starting to form right now? How it's starting to shape? And I'm only using I'm only doing a temple taper, okay? So, I use my 2 to get this bulk out of there. Okay? Now, I'm going to fade down. I'm going to pop on my 1 1/2, and I'm going to go down 1 1/2, 1 to the 1/16. Now I have my 1 1/2 on. I have it closed. I'm going to go with the grain, against the grain of the hair. Anytime you're going against the grain, that allows you to fade. Okay, so I'm going against the grain. Opened it just so I can get this little section right here to lay smoother. Okay, and now I'm gonna take off my 1 1/2. I'm gonna pop on my 1, and I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna go against the grain right here on this little section right here. And then open her up and go just a smidge above that, like maybe a centimeter right there, because I want to create that nice gradient from 2, 1 1/2, 1 down to 1/16 right here. Now I'm gonna pop in my 1/16. Got my 1/16 blade on. And I'm going right here, this section right here. See how the gradient is going from high, medium, low? We want that gradient to be a smooth transition. So I'm gonna pop this 1 back on, this 1/8, and I'm gonna close it. Right here I did the 1/16. I'm gonna go back in with the 1/8, which is the 1. And I'm doing a flicking motion, because I just want to notch those hairs out of the way. You want this to look like it's airbrushed. Okay. Now I'm gonna open her up. And do the same thing I'm using the flicking motion. My wrist is going just like this. It's called flicking. Look at the flickety wrist. Look at the flickety wrist. Okay. Now, pop over my 1. Pop on my 1 1/2. And we just going right here. Okay. I'm gonna scoop up. this is called a temple taper. Low, medium, high. 1/16, 1/8, 3/16. Okay. These are the blade measurements. 1/16, 1/8, 3/16. Okay. Step 1, step 2, step 3. If I want to create a smoother transition, some people they taper balled it out right here. And so you will close the ball fader. You will close the ball fader with the lever closed. This is the lever open right here. See this? Lever open, lever closed, lever open, lever closed. You see how the neck moves, how the neck adjusted? Lever open, lever closed. Mouth open, mouth closed. You can eat more food if your mouth is open. You chew your food a lot smoother when your mouth is closed. You take more hair off when the clipper is closed. So some people like their hair bald right here. Okay? And so we're going to take the ball fader and we're going to ball out just this part right here. And ball it out. See that? How we balled it out? Now, we're going to take the ball fader and we're going to open it. And we're going to go just a tad right above that. Right here. So now we have bald and we have a light gray to hair, which is a shadow fade. Now we're going to pop on this 1/16, which is a 0.5. We're going to close it. And we're going to go just a smidge above our open ball fade line. Now we're going to open it. We're going to open the 1/16. We're going to go a smidge right above that. What I'm doing is I'm moving my fade to go just a little bit higher. It's still a temple fade and it's still a low fade. I just want the gradient to be a lot smoother in the transition. I'm gonna close the 1.5. I pop the 1.5 on. Okay. And I'm doing a scooping out motion like this. See that transition? This is a low taper fade because it's only 1 finger length, and it goes from 1.5 down to a 1, down to a 0.5, down to the ball fader level. Okay, so on the ball fader, with this being closed, will be the length of a triple eye. Okay, on the oyster or the detachable blades. The ball fader closed, it's like a triple eye. Okay. When it's halfway, that's almost like a 0. Triple eye, ball fade, halfway open is like a 0, and when you open it all the way, that's almost like the length of a true 1. Okay. when you pop the guards on, it almost goes up a half a step. Okay, this is a low taper fade. Now, I'm going to do a mid taper fade. I'm going to bring the fade up to here. Okay, low, mid, high. Okay, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my 2 on. Pop on my 2 guard. And I'm going to take this line out right here. I'm going to take this bulk of hair out right here. Mid taper fade. See the 2 fingers? How I fit right here? This is a mid taper fade right here. Now, for a high taper fade, I'm going to take it up a little further right here. I won't go no higher than this right here. See these 3 fingers right here? I won't go no higher than this line right here. So all this right here, this bulk, it's going to come down. And I'm still using my flicking motion. Lookity flickity wrist, lookity flickity wrist, lookity flickity wrist, lookity flickity wrist, lookity flickity wrist. See that? Flicking my wrist. Okay. Now, I popped on a 1.5. And I'm not going any higher than this line right here. And the whole goal is to have a nice transition a smooth transition from the lowest guard here to the highest. You see how it's starting to come out? See the 3 fingers here? High taper fade. Now I'm going to go in the back and I'm going to do the same thing right here. My fade is going to start right. I'm going to start in. I'm using my 2. Right here, the fade is going to be right here and down. I'm going in with my 2. I'm using a scooping motion. See how it's removing all the bulk off? See how it's starting to transition? Okay. Now, I'm going with my ball fader all the way closed. And I'm going to ball this part out right here. Okay. Now I'm going to open her. I'm going to open her up. I'm going to go a centimeter above where I started that particular line. See how it's starting to shape? Now, in order for me to see how I want my fade to go, I'm going to pop on my 1.5 and I'm going to open it so it can connect with this 2 right here. And I'm going to scoop out like this. Now, I'm going to pop this 2 back on. See how it's taking shape? See how the taper came together? This is where it was balled out right here. Right above that was my open ball faded close. Ball faded close here. Right here. Ball faded open. I went in right here with my 1.5. Right here. Because I wanted to get the middle part. Then I went up with my 2 against the grain here. Then I went down with the grain so that way we can get this peak. This heel going down like this. I'm going to pop the 2 back on. Now, I'm going to take my 1.5 and begin to blend this section here together. I'm going to open it. I just want to knock the loose hairs that's right in here. Make this fade a little cleaner. Pop the 2 back on. All I'm doing is knocking the loose hairs that are standing up back down. So this fade looks cleaner. See that? See how that came together? And now when you line it, I just take I'm using a red Pro liners. It look like the Andy's T out liners. And I'm gonna just line the bottom section here. And this part here, angle my clipper. Make it nice and neat looking. Same thing right here. See that? I'm gonna go here, line them up there, make it nice and neat. Right here, hit my C cups. Start here from the eyebrow. We're making the C cups. Start here from the eyebrow. I'm gonna hold it with my thumb and my first finger, and use my pinky as a rest on the face, and just lightly tap it. Tap, 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 tap. Same thing over here on this side. I'm gonna go around the ear. Make sure I clean off the wheel well. Be very careful because everybody has different type of skin, and not everybody's used to the sharpness of the outline of blades. Right here around the wheel well. Clean those hairs up, make this look very neat and professional. I'll go above the ear, and right here at the C cup. Start my line right here at the eyebrow, and do a nice C motion. And here I'm going to do a nice arc motion over the ear. There we go. We did a low taper fade, a mid taper fade, and a high taper fade. There you have it. We did a low taper fade, a mid taper fade, and a high taper fade all on the same mannequin. Okay. Our low taper fade started right here with one finger length. Our mid taper fade here, 2 finger length, and a high taper fade is 3 finger lengths. Now I'm gonna bring this up just a little further, so we have a little bit more space to work with right here for the high section of the taper fade. I'm gonna pop on my 2. And the highest I'm gonna go is right here. See that transition there? 3 fingers. See that? High taper fade on this side. High taper fade on this side. I'm gonna do a little bit of clean work right here. I'm gonna go right in here with the 1. I'll go right in here with the 1, and I'm gonna open it. Just some slight detail work. And when I'm I'm doing, I'm taking the corner of the blade and just doing a scrubbing motion. Now I'm going to go back in with my 1.5. Close it and go right here. See how that blended better? You can see your blend taking place. You take your neck duster and dust them off. Let the client clean the hair. Taper on the sides and the back. This is what we call a temple taper, because this is the temple. A temple taper. Low, medium, and high. Temple tapers. Okay. I am your educator, Stylist John. If you would like to get your hair tapered, okay, or you would like to book a class to learn how to taper, you are a cosmetologist, you are an aspiring barber, you are a loctician, or you are a braider and you want to learn how to taper your client's hair, book a one-on-one class with me or take my online class. A one-on-one class with me is $300. It's a 4-hour time span. I'm going to teach you what guards to use. I'm going to teach you what tools to use. I'm going to teach you different tips and tricks on how to fade up and fade down to make sure that you can keep the income within your client range. If you are a braider and you braid your client's hair, so that way you can keep the income within your range, I can teach you how to taper your client's hair that you braid, so that way you can maintain keeping the income within your range. If you're a loctician and you get done twisting and retwisting someone's hair and all this is left out, I can teach you how to taper your client's hair, so that way you maintain the income within your range. Instead of going to 1, 2, 3 different people, you just come to one person. I myself retwist locks. I myself braid. I also barber, and I love doing natural hairstyles. So I like keeping the income range within the range of where I'm at. So if you come to me and you want your locks retwisted and styled, I can go ahead and line you up and taper and line you up. Taper your way to thousands. You can make thousands of dollars just doing the simple taper. A temple taper, a low, medium, or high temper taper, and a fresh, crispy lineup, and a razor line and enhancement. You will have the custom look that everybody wants. Okay, book me online, www.stylistjohn.com. There's going to be a link below to book your one-on-one class with me. It's a 4-hour class. I do my educational classes on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays. I also travel, and the online class, the early bird special, is $200. Okay, if you want to take the class online, you in another state, and you're not able to travel to St. Louis, I can do an online class just for you for $200, but you got it booked now. Okay, the early bird special is $200 because the normal price for this class is $500. You're getting a deal. Okay, the normal price for this class is $500. Why is it $500? Because you can make $1,000 a week just doing tapers. $1,000 a week just doing tapers. A taper is a haircut. Okay, a taper, and you line the mustache and the beard, is $40. Now, how many clients would it take for you to make $1,000? Let's do the math. Got my calculator out, and you calculate with me. Okay, we're gonna put in 40, and then we're gonna put in $1,000. Right? That's how much you want to make a week, $1,000. Okay? We're gonna divide that by how much you charge for the service. You're gonna charge $40 for a line and taper with the razor line in the hands. Why? because that's what everybody getting. Or you can charge an extra 10 for the razor line and enhance. Okay, because not everybody want their hair razor line, but everybody like that enhanced look. Okay, so make the cut fire. Okay, for 40 bucks. Extra 10, you can add on the razor line and the hairline enhancement. All you need is 25 clients a week to make $1,000 a week. You can break down these 25 clients at 5 clients a day for 5 days. You can make $1,000 a week. Okay? Book me now. www.stylistjohn.com. 314-359-5499. I can get you fly. Taper your way to thousands. And when you take my class, you will be considered one of my students. And I also have a mentorship program where I can mentor you, even long distance, so that way we stay in the loop of each other. We can support each other. I can coach you to being successful in your journey to becoming the best barber or best stylist or best loctician or best braider that you can be. I'm accessible, okay? I have a book out called Booked and Busy that will teach you marketing skills on how you can remain booked and busy as a hair professional. There are times when the shop is slow, okay? And the times when the shop is slow, instead of you sitting around waiting, why are you waiting for the client to come to you? Go out and get the client, okay? There are clients that's going to come to you, but the way how clients come to you is, number one, they have to know that you're available, and they have to like your quality of work, okay? And I'm going to help you with creating content. Why? Because I want you to be successful. So when you book a class with me, I'm going to help you with creating some fire content so that way you can attract clientele to you and you can get clients in your chair. Book my class. Click the link below. Taper your way to thousands. I'm Stylist John. I can get you fly.